Events leading to the beating Dmitry Abramovich Zilber and his friends would administer to Jeremy Goldstein at the end of my junior year at high school, an act that would make them the talk of every household in Pikesville for months after, started before Dmitry and I even met. I was 16 then, and reluctantly finishing my final 2 years at a high school in Baltimore. At that time I was plagued by an old, excoriating gym teacher named Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos was in his early 70s and had taught at that same school for over 40 years, and there was no end to the emasculating aphorisms he had developed to remind young men of their insecurity and weakness. He had served for 3 years in the European theater, having enlisted when he was 17. He took this former bravery and paired it with the paucity of experience he had accrued in the 50 years since and transformed it into the kind of didacticism only young men in public school are made to endure, and which can only be doled out by hoary old men with war stories no one wants to hear. I was a moderately talented southpaw pitcher on the school's JV baseball team, and Stephanopoulos was the team coach. He called me into his office on a humid afternoon the last week of my sophomore year and asked me to sit down. "Gerson," he said, "your arm looked real strong at the end of the season. Fastball, it's a real pop. I want you as my number 2 starter next year on the varsity." I did my best to hide my elation as he continued. "But your changeup needs work. Your curveball won't break. You're going to have to play summer ball and get out with Mr. Fisher on weekends." Mr. Fisher was the team pitching coach, a silver-haired sauna buddy of Stephanopoulos, and the purported source of a well-traveled rumor that Stephanopoulos had only one testicle. The other lost during the war.